Sonic Labyrinth is a spin-off title for the Game Gear, debuting in North America in 1995. Unlike Sonic's traditional 2D outings, Labyrinth is presented in an isometric viewpoint. The gameplay is changed from a speedy platformer to a slow treasure hunting game. Fans of Sonic have generally been unimpressed with this diversion. Again, as the Game Gear screen isn't suitable for video capture, we'll be using the version found on Sega Mega Collection Plus for the PlayStation 2. The story here is pretty absurd. Eggman has swapped out Sonic's traditional red sneakers with a heavy pair to slow him down. With these heavy kicks, Sonic is super slow and Dr. Eggman is now free to take over the world, or something. Anyway, Sonic must now make his way through Dr. Eggman's labyrinth to collect the Chaos Emeralds and again stop Dr. Eggman, and presumably rescue his shoes. As noted earlier, and as the game's title implies, this is a slow maze-like collecting game. Traversing through the isometric levels, Sonic must locate 3 keys and make it to the exit. Each act is on a timer, however. Collecting keys and destroying badniks will add to the timer, while getting hit will deplete the timer. If the time runs out or you fall off a ledge, you lose a life and have to start over. And that is Sonic Labyrinth. You literally collect 3 keys, find the goal, and that's the level. The controls are actually fine, even better using the analog stick on the PlayStation controller, allowing for smooth movement in all 8 directions. Sadly, Sonic moves painfully slow. Not just slow for a Sonic game, just slow period. There is a speed power-up letting Sonic move at a more appropriate speed, but this is just a tease. Instead, the game wants you to spin dash across the levels. Unfortunately, the levels feature enough obstacles, cliffs, and spikes to make this a risky proposition. The only time I ever used the spin dash was to take out enemies, move up hills, or speed across conveyor belts. At all other times, you're inching across the screen. The slow pace really sucks the fun out of the game. The other thing sucking the fun out of the game is the fact you're collecting keys. This is just a really lazy gameplay element. On the surface, this might seem like a watered-down Sonic 3D Blast, but 3D Blast moves at a brisk pace. Sonic can jump, and collecting flickies is far more involved than collecting keys. It's a shame too, because there are things to like about Sonic Labyrinth. For one, this is a great looking 8-bit title. The bright, bold colors pop off the screen, and the sprite work does a decent job at conveying a sense of 3 dimensions. The different stage gimmicks like cannons, springs, and warp pads are interesting and offer some variety. The levels usually have a decent flow to them, with the path to the 3 keys being logical and occasionally clever. I also like how each key has a specific position on the top, so if you collect them out of order, you know you need to backtrack and grab one you've missed. Sonic Labyrinth has 4 zones total: Labyrinth of the Sky, Labyrinth of the Sea, Labyrinth of the Factory, and finally, Labyrinth of the Castle. Each has 3 main key collecting acts, and each act mixes things up with different colored floors and a unique background. The 4th act of each zone is a boss battle. Even the bosses are acceptable, utilizing the pseudo 3D space well, feature decent patterns and accurate collision detection. The final showdown with Eggman isn't spectacular by any stretch, but to its credit, at least it's not frustrating. The music in Sonic Labyrinth is average. The compositions are technically competent, with decent progressions, nice layers, and some great stereo separation. However, none of them are memorable, and despite having just played this, I can't recall any of them. This brings us back to the gameplay. Sonic Labyrinth is a great looking game with a decent soundtrack and some good level design, but it's just incredibly boring. Games can be bad for many reasons. Some are so difficult there is little hope for enjoyment, some are so buggy it's tough to look past the flaws, and then there is Sonic Labyrinth. There just isn't much fun to be had here. The game isn't glitchy, the controls work fine, but collecting 3 keys and finding the exit isn't a fun experience. You're just going through the motions, waiting for the game to end. I came into Sonic Labyrinth really wanting to enjoy it. The game receives a ton of hate, and I wanted the hate to be misguided and wrong. But at the end of the day, the consensus is correct. Sonic Labyrinth isn't a good game. 2 out of 5.